Now, this is a Gil Hibben, directly out of China, and you can see right here, if I show you the sheath, it's made by Hibben knives, or designed by Hibben knives. Now, traditionally, or generally, if you have a sheath on something, it should secure the blade. Well, somebody obviously didn't think about this, because if you give this a good tug, not even very hard, you can pull it right out without even having to undo the clip. That is absolutely ridiculous. Okay? There's no function for that. There's really no purpose for there to be a clip right on here, because literally I can shove the knife in there, give it a quick twist, and it's in place. I can pull it out, and I don't even need to unclip this. This means, though, that your knife is never secure, because it can just slip back and forth. Not the greatest design sheath for that. It would have been better if this was up here and it went all the way around that finger hole and attached right here. So if you move this to right there, the clip came all the way through and down and attached right there. That would have been much better than the way it is right now. The next thing that I want to mention is that you cannot really use this as a karambit. Generally, and I'm going to use this as, for an example, because even though it's a terrible design, it's still kind of a karambit. You can see that this thing has some horns on it. Okay? That means that a lot of the rotational stuff that you do with the extension of the karambit, and then, getting it back, so the extension and the return, which I'll demonstrate this later, you don't get that functionality out of this knife. Because if you try to extend it, it attaches itself to your finger. It's a block. And the same with this side. So if you do manage to get your fingers through there, you're going to get stuck to an even bigger one. So, again, not a very good design. There are some elements of it that's good. This edge is, it didn't come sharp at all. It has a false edge in the back. If you could find a way to thin this profile out a little bit, it would be a better knife. But the other thing you would have to do is you'd have to take these horns off just to make it somewhat of a viable karambit. So you'd have to file off, I'm going to use this again as a reference, you'd have to file off pretty much everything that sticks out on this side beyond the blue. Okay? That would be how much you'd have to take off to make this a viable karambit style knife. Okay, right now it's not viable. Fingers get stuck on these all the time. Yes, they can be used as force multipliers, but that's about it. Like, it has really no value. If you put it, reverse pinky, yeah, maybe you can, damage some people like that and use the back, but that's not what a karambit is for. Karambit is in this hand. Ring is for retention, not this weirdness, random jimping, just going up on the side here. You can't extend it because of the brackets right here. You can't. These extensions have no function. They're random. They don't do anything for the knife. Again, this was a $20 knife, so it's not the greatest design. So I don't expect it to be, completely traditional, completely accurate, but I expect my karambits to have some functionality. If I can train with this, like you can train with these two, then it's a good knife. Then I can use it. As it is right now, it's basically a karambit in this position. That's about the only thing that it has going for it. The only thing that makes it a karambit right now is the shape and the ring. That's it. The shape and the ring. The shape and the ring. There's really no good point to having this knife. If you want this knife, even though it's $20, you're gonna have to work to get that edge rounded so that it can actually, extend and retract the way that it's supposed to do. I'll do a video on how to extend and retract with a karambit so that you guys understand what I'm talking about. Anyway, that is it for this week's Weapon Wednesday. Terrible weapons, terrible designed knives, and I will catch you guys in the next episode. Have a good one. Bye-bye. Folks, I just want to thank you for coming out and watching this video with me. There are plenty more videos on my channel, all focused on martial arts and on weaponry. Please check them out. Catch you guys soon. Bye-bye.